What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, Real Life with Suthi
Mlu.
and we are back again, episode 3, everybody. Again, if you have missed episode 1 and 2, fear not. You can always go back and check it out again and run it back as many times as you can.
Yes, sir.
Now, also, you can follow us on Instagram at Real Talk Real Life, or you can follow us on TikTok at Real Talk Real Life, and tune in to any part of platforms that you're really used to or like more.
Yeah.
And you'll find us, bro. How you doing?
All right, man. How are you?
I'm good.
It's a good day.
It is a good day. It is a good day. It's a good life.
Yeah.
Appreciative of everything.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna get into a proper conversation today. And before we go there,
As
per usual, we like a good game of Would You Rather. So Mlu, take it away.
All right, here's the first one. Would you rather eat mayonnaise for the rest of your life, or would you rather sweat it?
I would rather sweat it.
Really?
Imagine eating mayonnaise every single day of your
Imagine
life.
sweating mayonnaise.
Every single day of your life. What? No ways, bro. No ways.
Imagine sweating it though.
No ways. No ways.
Imagine
No
sweating
ways. Eating it though, every single day of your life. There's no other meal you're eating but mayonnaise. I rather sweat it, bro.
Okay.
Because I mean, as nasty as that is too.
That's very nasty.
As nasty as that is too, dog. To eat mayonnaise only is insane.
Yeah.
So I would go with having to sweat it.
Okay. I think I'll go with you on that one as well. All right. So sweat it. Second one. Would you rather speak every language fluently or play every instrument beautifully?
I would rather speak every language fluently,
Yeah, me
for
too.
sure, because Chinese had me. Chinese had me in a full Nelson.
Yeah,
It had me, bro.
had you.
It had me. And I was surrounded by so many different kinds of nationalities, you know.
Yeah.
And there were many times like I was friends with people from Central America, bro, and they would speak and I would just be there.
Yeah, definitely the languages,
You know.
just to connect with
Exactly.
everyone.
And
wherever
I
you
could
go.
feel that there was a point where they were like, Ish,
By the way,
Fufu's here. So, hey, bro, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
and I felt like I could see that, you know, it made them uncomfortable, but it's something that I couldn't control, you know? So it was like, at the same time, it makes us uncomfortable, but there's nothing he can do, and it's not really his fault. You know what I mean? And vice versa.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah, true.
I would definitely go for the languages.
The languages as well. Two more. Would you rather have a vagina on your forehead
Wow.
or or a line of penises down your back?
Wow.
Down your spine,
That is
mate.
absolutely nasty.
It is visible, like when you wear like whatever your shirt or jacket.
That is
Them
absolutely.
dicks are visible on your back, on your spine, just.
But I'm a man and I have a vagina on my forehead.
No.
No.
On
That
your
is
forehead.
no.
That's
No,
the
but
visibility, that's the problem.
I can, yeah, I can wear. I would be that person who wears beanies all the time, really, and cover it up like that.
So you would want the dicks on your back?
Because you see that regardless, or you
True.
feel that regardless.
I mean, feeling. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so definitely I would have the vagina on my forehead, as nasty as that may sound. I hate these would you rathers, but yes, I would I would definitely go for that.
Here's the last one.
Okay.
This one made me giggle. Would you rather change genders every time you sneeze, or not be able to tell the difference between a baby and a muffin?
Between a baby and a muffin.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference. So it's either you chow it or.
That is horrendous, bro. So
Would you rather change?
I rather change
every time
genders
you sneeze?
every time I sneeze, because I sneeze pretty often.
Okay, that's not a good thing.
No, I do. No, that's what I mean. Like, I would live a very interesting life. You know, I sneeze very often. I don't think a day goes by without me sneezing at least twice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that means in that day, I would have walked the life of a male and female. And I could be able to do that, you know.
So it'd be interesting.
It would be super interesting. You know how dwarfed you'd look to someone else to not tell the difference between a baby and a muffin?
Well, unless you explain it to them.
Exactly. But the act of having to, I could picture you trying to bite a baby's head and then they tell you that's a baby. And then you go, oh,
My bad.
I thought it was
That
a
was a
muffin.
muffin.
That there is a lot. So I would definitely go for the sneeze exchange.
Okay, cool. Fair.
No cap.
Fair.
I like those were a bit weird today, no lie.
Yeah.
Those were
I was going
I
for
feel
that.
like they're getting weirder by the day.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
think they're getting weirder by the day. I want us to tap into something today, bro. I want to talk about manifestation, dog.
All right.
And this episode is really inspired by the Kanye West documentary. And I was rewatching it and I really saw that this man really envisioned the success he had early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really early. And I've also seen that within a lot of artists and musicians, whenever they reach their success or their peak, there's always one thing they commonly say, most of them is, I saw myself here. I envisioned myself in front of many different people, and blah 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 blah. Envision winning awards, my acceptance speeches. I used to practice them in the showers and everything. Cool, but that's in an artistic standpoint. I want to talk about manifestation in a real, like more of a normal circumstance, and within manifestation as, let's just say, normal people of society that aren't really superstars. And I want you to kind of give examples of manifestation that you have seen happen in your life, if there's any examples, and like take us through it. I'm definitely gonna share mine, but I want you to start with that. Like, have you seen the power of manifestation? Has it done anything for you? Has it taken you anywhere?
Man, I think the one thing that comes to mind when you talk about that is envisioning myself like traveling around the world. I didn't really think that was possible, not really, but kept thinking about it, kept imagining myself in these different places, imagining how it would be meeting different people from different walks of life, having interesting conversations. And yeah, it was just always at the back of my mind. And
But my question is, how does it start? Like, how those visions come into play in the first place? Like, does what inspired those visions? Do they just pop out of nowhere?
I think the influences around you, what you watch, mostly like the shows you watch, you kind of think, you imagine yourself.
So it was basically what was in front of you at a
What is in
young
front of me?
age.
Yeah, because I'm a big movie guy, I'm a big movie show guy, so everything I really watch to kind of decipher things.
And then what did you do with that manifest? Like, what did you do with those visions? Okay, so you watching movies, shows, you are broadening your imagination through these shows. But what's the step from there?
Information, finding out different information as much as you can, and then acting on it. Right. So yeah, I had to reach out. Okay, especially after high school. Now it was kind of a reality of like, okay, now I can maybe start looking into doing the traveling I've always wanted to do. So then just asking around, like, who do you know that's here who can help me figure out how to get there? And that's basically what I did. I reached out to different people, found out like more information on how to get to where I wanted to be, the steps I needed to take. And I took those steps and I found myself, in Europe.
So you materialized the manifestation. You made it a reality.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's actually what I want to tap into, with making sure that your ideas aren't just ideas.
Yeah, you have to act on them.
Your vision aren't just visions, and make sure that it becomes something. But it's only up to you to do that. You know what I mean? And it's only up to you to take it there. manifestation for me, bro, changed my life. From a very young age, I always used to tell myself, I wasn't really good enough because of my weight, right? And I really love sports, but my weight was always a hindrance of that. And like, manifestation came about where like I used to watch sports all the time. I used to picture myself in those scenes as the people that I looked up at. So in soccer and rugby, I would watch these professional athletes and I would see their stories and I would see that, oh, they kind of started off
just like you.
maybe on the same body size as sometimes as me. There was some in particular that said, oh, I grew up a bit chubby. I just practiced more than I usually did, like after school, blah, blah, blah. And I used to eat well and things just happened the way they did. I think that's very important, right? Now you have to understand that in life, you just have to like make things more realistic. So I then decided, oh, I need to go to the gym. And that gym at the time was necessarily just not as lifting weights and everything. So for me at the time, it was watching the people that I cared about, right? The people, the sports people
you looked up
that I
to.
looked up to. And when I saw their stories, it was, these people are actually like doing their steps are not very hard. Their body sizes were similar to mine when they were young, of course, and you just needed to put in extra work. So I would just first picture myself going to the gym. What would that be like, running? And before I actually started doing it, I just pictured in my head. Manifestation for me was like the smallest things, like even picturing myself going to the gym. I would envision it throughout the day, like just daydream. And then when I actually started going to the gym, that action and that feeling synchronized with my thoughts that I had prior. It connected. It was like, oh, I was right. I actually do feel happy. Because even those thoughts made me feel happy. So that was the motivation to continue because I was right and I listened to my gut. Manifestation for me is just listening to the inner thoughts that you have in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think it's also linked with consistency as well.
Right. So the more you have those thoughts,
and the more you put action
towards it, right? So it started there. It started early. It started in sport, and then it grew. I just always told myself, I would like to be a prefect, and my actions led up to that.
Right.
I would like to go overseas, and my actions led up to that. So the starting point to the fruition of what I wanted to get to always started with the thought.
Yeah.
And then that thought trickled down into a movement of action and trickled down into me completing those things. So I want people to understand that certain things don't just happen like the Big Bang Theory. Boom.
Yeah.
And everything is in place. No.
It's the law of attraction, isn't it?
It has to start within your head. Because again, whatever you think comes out.
Whatever you think.
Because if you want to say hi to someone and you think about saying hi to someone, you eventually say hi to someone. When someone says, yo, I'm thinking of going to say hi to her, that thought is in your head now.
Yeah. Now all you have to
do is lead up to that thought now. Go and apply it. You know what I mean? And it's way, way easier said than done.
Of course, it's trial and error.
For sure. But it has to start somewhere.
Has to start somewhere.
And even better if it starts in your head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you don't, that's why I want to take it back to that Kanye thing. Because Kanye believed it.
You believed him.
He walked into those boardrooms playing those songs and he believed it. And that's why I was saying people must, spit on those people a lot who didn't believe because y'all look stupid now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all look really down now, But no one else it only starts with you. You gotta believe it so much for me to believe it in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you don't believe it, how do I believe it?
Because you're the only one who actually see it's in your head, right?
It's in your head.
It's kind of difficult to articulate that to someone when you don't necessarily understand it yourself yet.
Yeah.
You see it though, but you don't know how to tell the next person because you don't even know how they will react to it. Will they even what will they think? Especially if it's like a bit too far-fetched,
Yeah, so definitely, bro. I won't lie to you. Manifestation
and do you think there's a difference between manifestation and visualization?
I feel like actually it's the same process, really.
But
I feel like I feel like it's the same process, but I feel like what's different is the feeling behind it. You know what I mean?
Elaborate.
I feel like manifestation is the process of really believing spiritually
Right. Okay.
where
Okay.
you're
Okay.
trying to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But visualization is just seeing it
In your head.
in your head.
Seeing seeing like from the
Seeing it in
ground
your
up.
head, but you're not really sure of it.
Mm.
You know, but you see it. Like you see, it's like I can visualize it, but I can't really put something onto it. That's how I see it. But manifestation is like I believe in this thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I believe in this process that I want to put in. I trust it. You see, it's a deeper meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I think manifestation is spiritual. It's divine. It's fate. It's all of that. The metaphysical.
Right.
That's the word.
That's the word.
The metaphysical, and then visualization is when you like PV.
And that's what happens. That's what happens in team on two, because at the same time as like as teams, you guys have to share the same manifestation in a way. You know, find the processes of how you're manifested is different, but the end goal of it all is the same for everybody.
There's a common goal.
It's a common goal, right?
How you reach it, it's different for everyone. Everyone has a different method.
Exactly, but we
all know where we want to go.
That's why it's powerful to move as a team, because there are some days my spirits for this goal that we have may be low and yours may be high, and you can integrate that to me. You can shift it to me.
Right.
You can pick me up, and vice versa. There might be a time where you are low and you need it, and then I can pour it into you. That's the whole beauty of it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're moving alone and your manifestation power drops,
who do you have?
Who's picking you up besides our Almighty?
Yeah.
Who's picking you up? There's no one. You lose consistency of what you're trying to do.
You lose motivation.
You lose consistency.
Lose the energy.
And then now
everything.
Stop. So I started this podcast again on a high, right? I had manifested it. I had my goals. I had whatnot, but I was a one-man team.
Wow.
And there was a point where I was starting to lose that momentum, lose the energy, lose the train of thought, lose the consistency, and then boom. And then it was hard for me to pick up. You know what I mean? But once you have a unit,
right?
Once you have a team, even if they're behind the scenes, even if it's you on this podcast alone, speaking alone, but you have more or less a background team. They're the ones to pick you up, and you're the ones to pick them up, and then everything flows within the perfect energy.
They're there to remind you why you started in the beginning.
I want everyone to just again try build that manifestation. Give yourself the time to think about your day, think about what you want in life, think about where you want to go, who you want to go with, how you want to get there. It's fun to have these thoughts within yourself because you keep your brain functioning healthily for you. You're not doing this for anyone else but yourself.
Yeah.
You're not doing it for your parents, because you're not doing it for your friends, your spouse, your loved ones. You're doing it for you because it's your brain.
At the end of the day, no one talks to you more than yourself.
No. Beautifully said.
At the end of the day.
Beautifully said. That was our episode for today, manifestation, the power of manifestation. How do you manifest? How do you make sure you actually
work towards
what you put into your head?
Yeah.
Because that's what defines. They act upon the things they think about.
And they believe in it.
And they believe. So
wholeheartedly.
That's episode 3 of Real Talk Real Life. Instagram channel at Real Talk Real Life. TikTok at Real Talk Real Life. Please subscribe to the channel so that you know whenever we drop.
Please comment.
Click the notification button so you can get a ding. And make sure you comment, guys. Be a part of the conversation. We really love to communicate with people. We're trying to strengthen our communication strategies ourselves.
Yeah.
So, appreciate it. I go by the name of Suthi Major.
And I'm Lou.
And we'll see you